With practice, you're going to be able to look at an equation such as 1 over x minus 2 squared plus 1 and have an idea of what the graph will start to look like. It's going to take a little bit of a practice. The first thing I usually do is I'll look at a graph and I try to determine what is its basic function. What's really happening here. And the basic function that I see in here, it fits in the 1 over x squared family. Because I see basically a 1 over something squared. And I know what that graph is. That graph roughly looks like that. So if I want to take the next component of that, and I want to figure out what does this negative 2 inside the parenthesis do to this entire graph? Well, if we remember, it moves the entire graph over 2 spots. So I'm just going to kind of put in an axis there. And so that blue line is pretty much the same thing as the red ones. It's just the entire graph is shifted over 2 spots. So let me go ahead and make a mark there. So that's 1 over x minus 2 squared. Then the last thing I see on this is that this entire function is being added, 1 is being added to that. So what does that 1 do? And what that 1 does, it takes the entire graph and lifts it up or lifts it down. In this case, it's lifting it up 1. So instead of approaching this axis, I'm just going to put in another axis 1 spot up, and the graph is going to approach that one. It might be kind of hard to see the 3 different colors and what's happening, but basically I'll take my first graph, which is the red one, 1 over x squared. This negative 2 really shifts the graph over 2 units. That's where I got the blue one at. And then this 1 right here shifts that entire graph up 1 spot at every place, which is where that green one is at. So the goal is as you practice, you're going to start to be able to identify what is its basic function, and we will know what those basic graphs look like. Then from there we can move it, shift it, reverse it, flip it, depending on some of the other information that we see.